Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today's just another question for gamers. And this one is, are you, or do you consider yourself to be, a fanboy slash fangirl? Now, I've been watching a lot of posts on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and oftentimes I see things like the hate going around where somebody's really into, say, PlayStation or Nintendo or whatever, and somebody comes along and is like, oh, PlayStation sucks, or Xbox sucks, I only play this, or I only play that. So I notice there's a lot of people who really just dedicate themselves to one system. And that kind of, I think it stems from whatever your first system was, or probably whatever your most favorite system was when you were younger. I mean, I grew up with the Intellivision, so I often like the Intellivision. I like the Intellivision games and all that stuff. I always go on about Intellivision. And a lot of people slam it. So, it's not like it's the best system in the world, but it's my favorite because it was my first. But it doesn't mean that I only played Intellivision. I only, play in that era of gaming. I play a lot of different games. But the other thing is, not just the haters that, just go on and slam and talk about, oh, this sucks or that sucks. But also the type of fanboy slash girl that, if anything comes out on it, you're going to buy it. Like, I remember my first experience with Super Mario Brothers. Mario was, obviously one of my favorite characters when I was a kid because I really liked the Donkey Kong series. Donkey Kong was my first real experience with Mario. Or Mario, as some people like to say. And, when I first saw Mario Brothers, I was blown away by the game. I was just like, totally into it. And at that time, that was when the resurgence of video games were coming back. Nintendo made a huge splash in the world, and everybody was just like going crazy about Nintendo. There wasn't a lot, in my area anyways. I know other parts of the world are different, but in my area there wasn't a lot of Sega talk really for the first while. Not until kind of after the Genesis, was released and people started to see that. But there was a lot of Nintendo stuff going around. And so I'm seeing that today. I'm seeing a lot of people really got into the Nintendo era. A lot of, I watch a lot of YouTubers, a lot of YouTube videos, and most of them, will stick to a primary, system, and I see a lot of Nintendo stuff. Like JLove81, she plays a lot of Nintendo stuff. NES Addict. There's a lot of different, Nintendo people out there that really like to play Nintendo stuff. And then you can go into that whole super fandom where anything with Mario on it, even things like this, like the card game that I did a video on this a while ago. You see this on the shelf and you're immediately drawn to it because you're like, that's a Nintendo product, or that's a Mario product. I have to have it. I've even seen like recently videos on the Nintendo store that's in New York. A couple of YouTubers like Linda, aka gamergirl, JLove went into the Nintendo store. T-Belly, a lot of these and you can see that they're really passionate about Nintendo. So it was just like, do you consider yourself a fanboy or girl? And, why? I don't see myself personally as being any kind of fanboy of anything. I mean, I really like the brand, I like Atari, I like Intellivision, I like the old retro stuff. And I don't just stick to one. I mean, I like ColecoVision. You'll see me playing a variance of games on my channel. Even Nintendo, Sega. So I see myself being like all over the place. And I've never really saw myself as being like a fanboy of anything. Like I don't see like The Legend of Zelda and I have to have it. Anything that, they print Link on a towel or they put him on a paper plate or something, I gotta have it. But there are people that are like that and they just draw themselves towards it. And I see a lot of it. I mean, you can get this stuff on everything, right? I even have back here an ornament with Mario on it. Super Mario. So I mean, you can really submerge yourself into this culture. So that's just the question I want to throw out there. Do you see yourself as being a fanboy? Do you jump to the chance to buy anything that comes, they could put Pac-Man, for instance. If you're a Pac-Man fanboy and they put Pac-Man on something, do you have to have it? Because I know there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of knickknacks. There's a lot of things. You could, buy it, put it on your shelf. It looks cool. I got a bunch of them. I mean, I'm not going to lie here. I mean, I got these interesting Pac-Man mugs. I saw that and I'm like, that's so cool. It's Pac-Man. I got to have it. But I'm not like a big fanboy of Pac-Man. I just think it looks cool. And so that's my question to you. Do you consider yourself to be a fanboy? And why? Why do you think you're a fanboy or girl? Is it because you think you grew up with it? Is it because you've looked at all the rest and you've decided that this is better than those? Is there an emotional attachment? Who knows? It could just be you just like the look of them. Maybe you liked a cartoon when you were a kid. Anyways, that's my question for gamers. Feel free to leave some comments below on what you like, the types of things you collect. If you're a fanboy, fangirl, whatever. Or if you're not. Maybe you're not. Maybe you like a wide variety of things. And maybe you have a reason for that. Anyways, it'd be great to hear what you have to say. And throw it down in the comments below. Heck, even make a video on it. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe to my channel. Talk to you later.